Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. I'm Nick Barber. Microsoft said that it will close the $7.2 billion acquisition of Nokia's handset business on Friday, about 8 months after revealing the deal. Microsoft announced the acquisition of Nokia's devices arm and an associated patent deal September 2nd last year, when Steve Ballmer was still chief executive. By closing the acquisition Friday, Microsoft will come in just under the wire. The People's Republic of China was one of the last countries whose regulatory agencies gave the acquisition a green light. Stephen Elop, formerly the CEO of Nokia and before that an executive at Microsoft, will lead the subsidiary, which will have more than 30,000 employees. Netflix announced its financial results for the first quarter of 2014 on Monday, adding 4 million new streaming subscribers, bringing its total to more than 48 million. Netflix is planning to raise the subscription price for new customers in the U.S. In a letter to shareholders, the company said it plans to increase pricing by $1 to $2 depending on the country. Existing members would stay at the current pricing for a generous time period. At the New York International Auto Show, BMW introduced the X5 eDrive concept car, a plug-in hybrid sports activity vehicle, or SAV. The car can drive on electric power alone at speeds up to 75 miles per hour for up to approximately 20 miles. It should get the equivalent of about 40 miles per gallon. Helping to improve the car's fuel efficiency are a number of aerodynamic features, including air curtains and air breathers in the bumper and around the wheels, which help channel airflow and reduce air resistance. The lithium-ion battery for the plug-in hybrid is housed underneath the car's luggage compartment in the rear of the vehicle.
And what are some of the performance features of a car like this?
This car combines a four-cylinder twin-power turbo combustion engine, which is from the rack. We have this engine in a lot of cars around the world, with an electric motor. In total, the power output is not certified yet, but we expect to be north of 270 horsepower and north of 300 pound-feet of torque.
The X5 concept joins the soon-to-be-launched i8 plug-in hybrid sports car, which also uses eDrive technology. BMW hasn't given pricing or availability on the X5 eDrive, but they said it will be similar to other cars that offer 300 horsepower performance. Also at the show, Toyota had its second-generation fuel cell vehicle, and we got to go for a ride. Fuel cell vehicles are powered by hydrogen rather than batteries or gasoline.
There's a natural reaction. The hydrogen, once to combine with oxygen, it makes H2O, which is water vapor, the only exhaust. So it's a true zero emissions vehicle, and that releases electrons. That's your source of electricity to run the motors that propel the vehicle.
Since there are no batteries, the car doesn't need to be plugged in overnight like an electric vehicle. Rather, it can be refueled at a hydrogen fueling station in about 3 to 5 minutes. Not being the driver, it was hard to tell exactly how the car handled, but as a passenger, it had quick, powerful acceleration, good stopping power, and good handling around turns. A hydrogen-fueled sedan, a concept of which was shown earlier this year at the International CES, will go on sale in California sometime in 2015. Pricing and exact launch details weren't provided. A SpaceX Falcon rocket lifted off late last week, delivering supplies and experiments to the International Space Station. This is the third commercial resupply mission for SpaceX and part of NASA's push to turn over routine spaceflight to private companies. The Dragon cargo capsule that was on top of the rocket was scheduled to dock with the ISS on Sunday. The Dragon is carrying more than 2 tons of cargo and experiments, including several microsatellites and a pair of legs for the Robonaut robot aboard the ISS. Facebook is rolling out a new feature for its mobile app that will make it easier to meet up with friends who are nearby. It will be available in the US over the coming weeks for iPhone and Android devices. You can turn it on or off at any time and limit who can see your exact location. You and your friends both have to turn on Nearby Friends and choose to share your location for the feature to work. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. To find out what's coming up on every week's show, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. As we head out, we'll leave you with some shots from the New York International Auto Show. I'm Nick Barber, and for all of us here at the IDG News Service, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next week.